Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I'm just not too long ago waking up. I tried to sleep in just a little bit. I said, let me go ahead and get my morning video out because I know my people are going to be looking for me. So we're here. We are here. We just have a few topics, quick Saturday pop in for you guys, okay? Some updates and some topics that we're going to give you guys. We call it news you can use. I hope you guys can use this news, but let's go ahead and jump in. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hi, Lorraine Tyler, Kim Naughton, Grandma 504, and everyone coming in. I see you, Tanisha Martin, Yvette McCovery. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Deboria Banks. Good morning. I see you guys are getting your notifications. Hi, Essex to the One Cupcake Mamas. Hey. All right, let's jump in. We're going to look at this clip from Belle Collective. This is a new clip from their new episode on yesterday, or rather last night, where Letitia is speaking to Glenn's side chick who put him on blast in a group game setting that they were having, where she revealed that Glenn was in her DMs, and Letitia is supposed to be some sort of friend or associate to the girl. So Letitia was very embarrassed that she was called out and that Glenn was called out in front of the entire cast, because she said, hey, I thought we were friends. If you knew something or something like this was going on, I would hope that you would have told me in private versus in a group setting. So let's go ahead and get into this. Then we're going to talk about the clip. All right. Shout out to Reality Entertainment. This is Belle Collective.
Have you ever been attracted to someone in the group?
That's weird as hell. What kind of group is that?
I got y'all on three. Everybody give the answer. 1, 2, 3.
No.
He a liar.
Wow. No, what?
Why do you say
Come on,
that?
man.
Hold up.
You weren't attracted to her? Have you ever been attracted to her?
I'm attracted to my wife.
Okay, that's bull.
No, I need, if it's something, like, holler at me for real. Because we supposed to be cool.
Ain't no next question.
We cool, if we cool. And you know
Ain't
with
no
you.
next
What's
question.
going on? What are you doing? Why are you saying this in front of all of our friends? Make this make sense.
Next question.
No, we're not finna skate past
Next
this.
question.
No. Girl. If it's something, you need to tell me, because you just said that and we can't skate past that.
What, do you want to have a conversation outside of the...
Yeah.
No, we having a conversation all here together.
No, come on, man.
Well, I don't care about having a conversation with them, but it's...
We playing the game.
Hell no. We ain't gonna sit here and play no game. I want to talk to Amanda privately because, for one, you just ambushed me, and I'm not about to make a scene at the Rogers home. If there is any truth to what Amanda is saying right now, I won't be super upset. Hell, every time I see you, you empower me, and we together.
Too, but it has been situations to that where it has been awkward, and it's like, I with you and I can't, and I respect you as a person, despite of how I feel about you, about what you have done to my friend.
We did a lot of to each other. I don't even want to go into that.
I seen the DM, the man captain.
What you mean?
Come on, man. I don't gotta go back and forth with you, man. I saw the DM. I saw you DMing the same.
I feel like what my friend have done to
Keisha,
you,
come get
being
Glenn. Come get Glenn. Come get Glenn.
what?
Javon telling him she saw the DMs to Mandy. Go get Glenn.
Hold on. What?
What y'all think about that? Glenn ass got busted trying to sit up and lie, talking about I'm only attracted to my wife. But then the side piece, who he's been texting inappropriately on the side child, came out and told everybody in the group, including Letitia, who is the wife of Glenn, that there's been some conversations and inappropriate interactions from your husband towards me. So and it's so weird because Letitia thought that they had some type of friendship, she and this girl, but come to find out she was entertaining Glenn on the side per via text messages. Glenn tried to lie. As you guys can see, the girl's friend also stepped in to let Glenn know, yeah, you're not about to sit up here and lie, because I also witnessed these messages as well. Again, I told you guys that this is not the first time that Glenn's been caught doing some bullshit. He's also had to be tested for an alleged child that they did find out was not his, but the simple fact that you had to be tested for a child clearly shows that you have been disrespecting your wife and sleeping around unprotected for you to be in that position in the first damn place. So yeah, Glenn wants to try to turn up and get mad. That's the same thing he did last season, which caused Keisha and so Gucci and them not to be on the show because of that huge fight that went down, because Glenn wanted to show his ass when he was wrong. He was definitely wrong. Anytime he gets wrong, he want to turn up and deflect from what's really going on versus admitting, yeah, I text her. That's all he had to do was say that and then have a conversation with his wife, because that's really the only person he owed an explanation to. But I feel like the other guys may have known about this interaction, because as soon as Glenn got busted, Cliff dropped his head and started smiling like, here we go. Glenn and Cliff, they have conversations. So I do believe that Cliff may have known about this girl having some type of inappropriate situation with Glenn, because I feel like all of them do shit behind their wives' backs, and they have this little thing called bro code where they don't talk about it, kind of like the guys from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They go out and do their bullshit, and it's just understood. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to tell anyone. And I feel like the same goes for Belle Collective. So let's move on. Let's move along. Funky Diva is going off on Stephen A. Smith over comments that he made about Jasmine Crockett. Y'all know we all love Jasmine Crockett. Apparently Funky Diva does too, because he is snapping off on Stephen Smith. We're gonna look at it, okay? Because he definitely made it to the shade room. So let's go ahead and give him his props on that, okay? Shout out to the shade room. It says Funky Diva, YouTuber Funky Diva was not holding back on Stephen Smith in regards to the comments that he made about Jasmine Crockett on his show Straight Shooter. All right, let's get into it, because y'all know he gonna go off, honey.
So we ain't even getting in on introduction, because I don't effed around and got mad listening to this last story. Let me tell y'all something about that hairline of that doggone Muppet, that big nose Muppet with that hairline pushed back from here to Afghanistan. Let me tell you something. You might not say the word, and I don't work for the shade room, so I can say what the hell I want to say. He is a, and I'm going to tell you something. He's sitting over there tap dancing and being a for white folks, because he want to be a white man so bad. Look at his hairline. You know how when white men go bald, they get that little table skirt around the side. They don't want to just shave it all off. He got the same thing going on, just in the format. And I'm gonna take it a step further. You got so much to say about Jasmine Crockett, but your daughter ain't far off from her, because I watch how sass mouth your daughter gets on your show, and she's a sassy little firecracker too. And I'm not saying that in a negative light. I'm not saying nothing to say nothing negative about his daughter, but that is the spirit of Black women. They're oftentimes vocal. They have a lot of passion. They have a lot of emotion behind what they're saying. We ain't even getting in on introduction, because I don't effed around and got what they're saying is Stephen A. Smith. How would you feel if that sassy daughter of yours got into a position of leadership and another grown, big nose, hairline pushback from here to Zimbabwe got on a platform as big as yours and said what you had to say about somebody like Jasmine Crockett, who is using her platform to do the doggone work? Stephen A. Smith, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't even good on speaking on sports. Like LeBron said, always talking about some sports your ain't never even played. And then you want to get on here and come for this sister. I do not mind Black people having differences of opinion. We don't have to all vote the same. Black people are not all a monolith, but I question the intentionality behind some of the that comes out of Stephen A. Smith's mouth. Stephen A. Smith strikes me as one of those Black people. I'm gonna be very honest. Stephen A. Smith don't believe half the shit that come out of his mouth. What Stephen A. Smith believes is that nice paycheck that he gets, and the more that he panders and tap dance, what they're saying is Stephen, a certain demographic of the population, the bigger that check gets, and he is one of those that said, forget everybody else, I'ma get mine. I'ma get mine. And every time he gets off stage, them good old white folks pat him on the back, and it makes him feel good. The same way they do Tucker Carlson, Bill O'Reilly, and Megyn Kelly, all of which don't believe half of that that come out their mouth. The only difference between them and Stephen A. Smith is that when they get through pandering to those crazies, they're going to still have a community to go to. Stephen A. Smith, when these white folks is done with your and when they chew you up and spit you out, You ain't gonna have nowhere else to land, my brother, because we not gonna have you.
Thanks,
you
Marty.
and whatever little piece of hair you got left.
Come on.
Now, what y'all saying? What's going on, Tom? What's going on, Zach? Hey, Kiki.
What's up? What's up, Bucky?
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
made me
Coming in
mad.
hot, baby. Yeah.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. How Jasmine Crockett chooses
That
to...
is what Stephen A. Smith had to say that's rubbed everybody the wrong way. And of course, made Funky Diva have to sound all honey over on the Shade Room. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not a huge fan of Funky Diva, but I do like what he had to say about standing up for Jasmine Crockett and what she had to say. Because, yeah, her delivery is very sometimes emotional. She does get emotional in what she has to say. She's very direct in what she has to say, and she means what she said. And she definitely stands up for what I feel is right against Trump and his bully tactics in order to be president this term. I feel like he's pretty much a bully president. And I thank God for people like Jasmine Crockett, who's not afraid to use her platform to stand up for what's right and say what needs to be said. So Stephen A. Smith, everything Funky just said, and I hate to say I agree with everything Funky said, but yeah, I agree. I agree. For once in my life, I can say I agree with what Funky Diva had to say. All right. Right message, make wrong messenger, but right message. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on, honey. Brian McKnight is still knuckling down 10 toes in the sand with his fuck shit this morning, and we got to call it that because that's exactly what it is. I'm sick of his ass. And y'all see my thumbnail, honey. If canceled was a person, it's definitely Brian McKnight. This is a bitch ass nigga on my screen. I'm gonna say it. Brian McKnight, I hope you see this video. I hope within all of my heart, my mind, and my soul that you see this video, because I am saying to your face, sir, that you are a bitch ass nigga. Okay. I have never seen a man so wet behind the ears. I have never seen someone so insecure within themselves that you got to disown your own children and stand 10 toes down on that shit and then go back and repeat it like it's the gospel from St. Luke. Bitch, you need to sit down. You need to be aware. You need to figure out who the fuck you are and why you even have purpose on this earth. Who gives a fuck if you can sing? At the end of the day, when you treat your children that did not ask to be here the way that you treated them, as well as their mother, the person who you asked for her hand in marriage, just to turn around and marry someone outside of your race, and you lift this woman up above your own children, you a bitch ass nigga. And I gotta say that. Let's go ahead and get into this. Brian McKnight celebrates allegedly winning the millions from his ex-wife in defamation suit after disowning his children. Even shared the news on his late son's birthday. We kind of covered that yesterday, but there is an update. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Brian McKnight is getting ate up for trolling his ex-wife. Now, in a post shared to social media, he seemingly celebrates winning millions of dollars from his ex-wife, who he accused of defamation. Now, the disgraced singer says that his wife spread lies that led social users to think that he abandoned his children, but he actually just disowned them. Said that he says that the false claim incited hate, violence, and even death threats towards him. He also played an alleged voicemail from his ex-wife telling him never to contact their son Nico again. Of course, we all know Nico passed away earlier this year at the age of 32 from colon cancer. It says to make this entire thing worse, Brian shared his video/information on his son's birthday and never ever acknowledged his son's birthday. Okay, but he was more excited about winning a lawsuit against his alleged ex-wife versus celebrating his son who passed away and acknowledging him. So this shows how much of a this shows how much of a bastard he is. All right, let's go ahead and get into what he had to say. Then we're going to look at his response because he irritates me.
Day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. That from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Miko again. Do not call Miko again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about
to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English.
All right. So this random person wrote it in a chat, okay, in the comments, and it was to Brian Mcknight. Says, so you didn't disown your kids? Brian Mcknight responds to this young woman by saying, yes, they were disowned in 2019 right after they lied and told the world that I abandoned them, inciting hate and violence and even death threats because people like you believed it, okay? So right here, he's acknowledging that he did disown his kids in 2019, but then you turn around and you sue your ex-wife saying that she said you disowned your kids, but you're upset at the fact that people came at you, you fucking narc. Yes, people are going to say something. Yes, you're probably going to get some death threats, and not that I'm saying that's great or that they should do that, but you're just sitting here acknowledging that you actually said the same thing that you sued her for. You said, I never said that. But you just said right here in response to someone that tried to check you, because we all know narcs don't like to be checked. Brian Mcknight is a fucking narc. You just sat here and said, yes, they were disowned in 2019, right after they lied and told the world that I abandoned them. You did abandon them. Your sons that used to go on tour with you, you don't take them on tour. You don't even call them, according to your sons who came forward on social media posts and told the entire world how much of a sorry ass dad you were, including your daughter who you don't call. But then you go and take up on your new wife, Leilani's children. She also has a daughter. You bought her a brand new car, and then y'all posted it on social media as a ha 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 nanny nanny boo boo to your other children who you do nothing for. So how are they supposed to feel? They've tried to reach out to you. They can't reach you. And then your new wife is getting involved, going through your messages and responding to your kids like she is their mother. She shouldn't have shit to do with this. She did not bear them. She did not carry them. She should not have shit to say to your children. They are adults. If they're reaching out to you, you should do yourself best service to reach out to your kids. So you put yourself in this predicament. Your career is going downhill. No one is supporting you. No one is buying your tickets. No one is coming to see you because of how you treat your children. I'm glad they spoke out. And the bottom line is, when this new wife run through your fucking money, this same 8.8 that you sitting up here gloating about, when she run through all your fucking money and get you for child support and alimony and every damn thing else that she can get to drain your motherfucking pockets, and when your ass get old and decrepit and you need your kids to come and take care of you, and they throw their middle finger up and say, fuck you, dad, then that's just what the fuck you get. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving right along. And I'm never for a child disrespecting their parents. But if your children say, dad, fuck you, I ain't coming to see you, I'm not wiping your ass, I ain't doing shit for you, that's what the fuck you get. Okay, because you take care of your kids so that they can take care of you when your ass get old and you can't do it. But you putting yourself in a situation where this woman that you married to now, she love you now, but when that money run out, she gonna be gone and take them kids and drain your ass. And then you're gonna be looking for your kids to step in and help you, because you're gonna be lonely, broke, and you're gonna be disgusted. And that's just what your ass get. And I pray that you experience that, Brian Mcknight. Okay, I really do. Let's move on to the next topic, honey. I mean every word of that. He needs to be canceled. He needs to be canceled. I'm saying it on my channel. So footage of y'all remember Nate Dogg, okay? Hold up. Him. His son, you guys, is crashing out over a girlfriend who decided to leave him for someone else. Now I see why she's leaving him, because he's fucking crazy. So she recorded him coming to her house, banging on her door, acting very much so uncouth. Shout out to Celebrity Word. So it says footage of Nate Dogg's son, Nahel, crashing out over his girl leaving him for another man has now surfaced. Let's go ahead and watch this, because he is psycho, honey. This is what you call not being able to accept rejection, whatever it is that caused her to leave you and find someone else, which we're getting ready to see now how crazy his ass is, popping up, stalking, okay, and trying to break into her home. I see why she left you. Let's go.
This nigga's weird as shit, bro. I swear to God. This is weird. It's insane. This nigga's weird as shit, bro. I swear to God. This is weird. It's insane. This nigga's so weird, so frosty. Like, bro. Go ahead. Good. This nigga's so weird, so frosty.
How
like,
crazy
bro.
do you have to be? This is her place. She's not opening the door to let him in, so he's crashing out on her porch here, trying to bust in her door. Now, had he broke that door open, that would have been probably another charge. If I was her, and as soon as he popped up to my damn door, I would have told him to leave. And if he refused, then you go ahead and call the police and let them come and do what they do. Obviously, if she moved on, she wants nothing to do with him. So you're going to come over and just break in because you can't have your way. This is the definition of psycho. Women, please stay away from dudes like this, okay? This shows why she left your ass to find somebody else, because you are hella aggressive. And you sound like your ass is got a little bit of psycho in you too. Yeah, so this is Nate Dogg, who passed away. His son, who pretty much lost his girlfriend for whatever reason, and she decided not to be with him and move on with someone else. He decided to come to her house and act a fool, trying to break into her home. So rest in peace to Nate Dogg, and somebody please get to his son and tell him that what he is doing is definitely not okay. Moving right along. Let's get into some Tyler Perry news, because Tyler Perry has responded to the lawsuit from the actor who is suing him for the $260 million. Like, all right, so let's get into that. Derek Dixon. Y'all know Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for $260 million for sexual assault. Okay, y'all remember when he came out to talk about Tyler Perry invited him to his home. They were getting ready to be doing a movie. He decided to come to Tyler Perry's house to stay in the guest house. He says Tyler Perry came into the guest house to have a conversation with him. He was getting ready to go to bed that night. Tyler Perry came back, got into the bed with him, and tried to be sexual with him. He asked him to leave because that's not what he wanted to do. And he said that Tyler Perry was a little aggressive towards him. So let's get into Tyler Perry and what he has to say. So Tyler Perry's legal team fires back at actor Derek Dixon's $260 million lawsuit for sexual assault. It says, by his actions and false accusations, it is clear that Dixon needs help, but he cannot find it in this court. So it said that Tyler Perry and his legal team are fighting back after being hit with a serious sexual assault allegations by Derek Dixon, an actor who previously appeared in some of Tyler Perry's productions. Now, according to new court filings, it said that the 56-year-old looks forward to refuting each and every false accusation made against him. Dixon, who filed a $260 million lawsuit in June of 2023, accused Perry of sexual assault, harassment, and retaliation. Says that he claimed that Perry created a coercive sexual exploitive dynamic while working on hit shows like The Oval and Ruthless. It says that at first, Perry brushed off the lawsuit with a lighthearted video of himself singing "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," but it seemed the producer is officially ready to fight back. Now, on October 1st, Perry's legal team filed paperwork with the U.S. District Court for the Central Division of California, calling Dixon's claims profoundly disappointing, cynical, and most of all, lies. He says that the filing suggests that Dixon's lawsuit was motivated by personal grudge after Perry allegedly declined to help him sell a television pilot to Netflix. Now, by his actions and false accusations, it is clear that Dixon needs help, but he cannot find it in this court, Perry's legal team wrote. Now, according to Dixon, alleges that although Dixon alleges that he was the victim of escalating sexual misconduct, said that he had no problem taking a role on season 2 of Mr. Perry's television series, The Oval. As of now, Tyler Perry has not made any public statements beyond his legal team's filings, but it seems as though they're taking this case very seriously. All right. So $250 million is a lot of money for him to have to pay if he loses this. Now, this is not the first time we've heard of some type of inappropriate behavior from some people who work for Tyler Perry. Okay. We also saw another guy who very light-skinned guy. I can't remember his name. I shared it on my show where he went live to talk about some inappropriate touching that had something to do with Tyler Perry and his constituents that work over there at Tyler Perry Studios. We also heard from another actor as well that came forward to say that he was asked to strip down and he refused. He was also offered a brand new car as an apology and to keep things quiet. He recorded Tyler Perry, he's saying, or the person that he's alleging to be him, some inappropriate conversations or inappropriate things that he was asking him to do in an sexual manner with some type of recording device that he had, and you know, trying to touch inappropriate and things like. So this is not the first time we've heard of accusations like this against Tyler Perry. We're going to see how this pans out. Tyler Perry and his team, they are prepared to fight back because they don't want to pay him this money. So y'all know, money talks, bullshit walks. Hopefully this young man can get whatever it is that he's asking for if he was indeed sexually assaulted or treated unfairly for whatever reason. Y'all know a lot of times these men or people in the industry who have a lot of money, they feel that they can pay their way out of things. Not saying that Tyler Perry is innocent or guilty, but I am saying that there are many accusations out there against Tyler Perry for some inappropriate behaviors and him not being able to control himself and keep his hands to himself when it comes to people that he may be attracted to that works for him. Okay. So yeah, we'll keep our eyes and ears on this particular situation to see how it pans out. Okay. All right, moving on. Now, we talked a little bit about this in Car Chronicles yesterday. Turkey Hut in Texas. We got some updates, so we're going to look at that as well. All right. So former turkey leg hut owner Nakia Holmes is arrested after allegedly hiding a man that's wanted for assaulting his ex-girlfriend with a tire iron. My God. The suspect reportedly was kidnapped and assaulted the woman for 6 hours, you guys, before dropping her off at a hospital after she only agreed not to press charges. Now, I saw the pictures of this woman where she was assaulted by this man. He is crazy. And the fact that this woman, another woman, would take him in after he did what he did to another woman is so diabolical. I just don't understand why women go out of their way to protect abusive men when you see things that you know is definitely uncouth. If you see that he's crazy and that he committed such a crime, why would you hide him in your home? Because the same evil spirit that's in him, if you piss him off, he's going to do the same to you. He beat this woman very bad to where she was unrecognizable. And you only let her go when she decided and or agreed not to press charges against you. Well, obviously she's doing that because it's all over the news and his ass has been arrested. So let's go ahead and look at the news portion and then we're going to read more into it.
5. The turkey leg hut is back on the news. One of the original owners is now facing felony charges for allegedly hindering the arrest of a felon. Her boyfriend, that is. Fox's Leslie Delaspore is live at Harris County Criminal Courthouse with what exactly happened here. Leslie.
That's right. Nakia Holmes is charged for allegedly letting her boyfriend stay with her while he was wanted for allegedly beating his ex. Court records say Holmes let Jonathan Saison stay at her home in Cyprus while there was a warrant out for his arrest. Investigators say he beat his ex with a tire iron and kidnapped her at her home earlier this month. According to court records, after officers saw Saison at Holmes' home in Cyprus, they questioned her during a traffic stop, and she denied knowing him and told them he was not at her home. Later, court records say during the traffic stop, a different set of officers who were at Holmes' home told her that Saison was seen jumping her fence, and then her story allegedly changed. Now, the district attorney's office tells us that Holmes' bond is currently set at $10,000. Back to you.
So, Leslie, what more do we know about why exactly Jonathan Saison was wanted in the first place?
Yeah, so court records claim that Saison went to his ex's home to pick up some shoes, and then when she let him in, he forced her into a vehicle, hitting her with the fist and tire iron repeatedly. Now, court records also say that she was held against her will for 6 hours, and court records also say that Saison dropped his ex off at the hospital after she told him that she would not press charges. Now, coming up tomorrow, both Saison and Holmes will make their appearance in court. Reporting live from the Harris County Criminal Courthouse, Leslie Delaspore, Fox 26 News.
Well, today at...
All right, so y'all heard that. That's a lot. So he went over to get some things from his ex-girlfriend's house, and then he ambushed her by punching her and then assaulting her thereafter. They're saying with a tire iron. This motherfucker is crazy. Who hit somebody with tire iron? Damn, especially a woman. So former Turkey Leg Hut owner Nakia Holmes has been arrested for allegedly hiding a man wanted for aggravated kidnapping. Now, Holmes was booked on charges for hindering the arrest of a suspect after her boyfriend, Jonathan Cezanne, was accused of kidnapping his ex-girlfriend for 6 hours, you guys, and assaulting her with a tire iron. Now, according to Fox 26 Houston, Cezanne had contacted his ex-girlfriend to pick up some shoes from her home. After she let him inside, he assaulted her and forced her into a vehicle where he reportedly continued to attack her for hours before dropping her off at a hospital after she agreed not to press charges. Now, weeks after the incident, Holmes was spotted during a routine traffic stop. She was asked if Cezanne was at her home, but she denied it and claimed that she didn't even know him. Now, authorities informed her that he had been seen jumping a fence into her yard, and she reportedly changed her story. Now, after seemingly being caught, she changed her story, claiming that she did know him and had to pick up his mother. Per authorities, during a conversation with Cezanne, he informed her that he'd seen a cop pass by and told her to check it out. Now, when she returned home, she says that she didn't know if Cezanne had left or was just hiding. Says that following a brief investigation, both Holmes and Cezanne were arrested. They said that this is insane and not the first time that Holmes has made headlines concerning a man. Said, if you recall, she co-owned the popular restaurant, the Turkey Leg Hut, with her ex-husband, but after scandals involving infidelity, poor staff management, and bad money management, it eventually closed, okay? So that is the update on that. So you were harboring pretty much a fugitive, and you got yourself caught up and lost your freedom hiding someone who should have been locked up for a very egregious attack on a woman, where he did this for 6 hours. Who attacked somebody for 6 hours and with a tire iron? And you were pretty much okay with that because you allowed this man to hide and stay into your home away from the authorities to be held accountable for his actions. So yes, you should be definitely locked up as well. And whatever time they give you, you deserve it. My God, whatever happened to women having sympathy for other women and seeing things for what they are? Let's get into our last and final topic here. All right. One of my favorite singers, I love me some Celine Dion, but she most recently responded where people were saying that when she was talking about her husband and how much she missed him in another post. Y'all know she married Renee Angelino, however his last name is said. She responds because people were saying, girl, you were groomed, saying that man was old enough to be your father and that the relationship with him was inappropriate. She did this whole post because y'all know he passed away, I think, from cancer or something. But she had done a post where she was acknowledging that she missed him and how she was just reminiscing about how they met and stuff like that. So a lot of people kind of jumped in the comments and they were tearing her up in the comments saying, hey, girl, you were groomed when this man met you. So pretty much her family sold her off to this older man because he was this wealthy individual. So Celine Dion responds, shout out to 8 Retro Nostalgia. She responds by saying that my husband, Renee, didn't groom me. Yes, he was 38 years old and I was 12 when we first met and fell in love. Now, who the fuck is allowing a 12-year-old to fall in love with a 38-year-old man? That's what I want to know. So if that ain't grooming, baby, that's definitely grooming. All right. So she says, but he was patient enough to wait until about 15 to 18 years old. So she's saying that he did not have any type of sexual encounters with her until she turned either 15 to 18 years old. And she signs off saying Celine Dion. People continue to still sound off and go off on her about making it sound like it was okay for a whole 38-year-old man to be out here being sexually attractive and falling in love with a 12-year-old. And people were questioning what the fuck was wrong with her parents to allow her to go and be spending nights in studios with him, to go away with him, and to allow her to be alone with him at age 12. And then when she turned anywhere from 15 to 18, people were saying she was sold off to this man. And then he wound up marrying her very young. And he kind of helped her through her career and made her a big star. But he also, a lot of people, I guess, did not look at the fact that the relationship was very much so inappropriate because she was a child. She was 12 when she met this man. And her family, y'all know she is from Canada. Okay. But my God. I think she's from Canada. I think she's from Canada. Anyway, she was a child. She was a child. Okay, so they're saying not sure about the authenticity of this quote, but says that the age gap was real, and he did not meet him. Hold on, and she did not meet him at 38. That she was 12. So a lot of people were trying to say in the beginning that she was an adult when she met him, but no, they actually met when she was 12 years old. So her family, he gave her family a substantial amount of money, and Celine Dion went with him, and he made it sound like, oh, we're just going to go and be doing music. But the whole time he was dating her, he was pursuing her, he was in a relationship with her, upon her admitting she was in love with him. This is her statement. My husband, Renee, didn't groom me. Yes, he was 38 years old, and I was 12 when we first met and fell in love. Who falls in love with a 12-year-old? At 38, you are you an adult. You are mentally more mature than she is. She's a child. She don't know what she wants. You know, she's a child. So please don't make it sound like it's okay that just because you helped her career and she became this huge star, that the relationship was not of a grooming type of relationship, because that's exactly what it was. And there was never no charges pressed against him. As you guys can see in the picture up here, they're out, look like on a date. She's pretty much, you can see she's a child. He's a grown ass man. He looked like a fucking pedo in the picture. And I just got to say that he looks like a fucking pedo. And the fact that her family, because Celine Dion had like 18, 19 siblings. She came from a huge family. But she was one of her, out of all of her siblings, she had this angelic voice, and he pretty much sought her out and chose her out of all of her other 18, 19 siblings, and decided that is who he wanted, and gave her family this huge amount of money, and they pretty much gave her off to him, and he helped shape her into the artist that she is, and also had this, I'm gonna say pedo because she was a child, relationship with her, and then she grew up and wound up marrying him at the tender age of, I think, 18 years old, and began having children by him as well. So she stayed with him until he passed away a few years ago from some type of cancer. But when she came out most recently to talk about him and their relationship and how they met, a lot of people was like, ew, gross, he's a pedo. And she took offense to that and responded to that by saying that her husband did not groom her. She did not see it as a grooming situation, that they were in love. So how do you know what love is at 12 in that aspect, where a person is touching you inappropriately as a child and doing things to you that should be done to an adult? That is definitely grooming. He taught you how to love him. He taught you what to do in the bedroom. He taught you how to please him because you were only 12. Where else would you know that? Okay. So yeah, a lot of people had something to say about that. What do y'all think? She was definitely for sale. He definitely bought her from her parents. They were her parents, and because I read up on this, she and her family grew up kind of poor. And by her having a lot of siblings, they didn't really have much. But she said the one thing that they had where they would get around each other and they would sing together. That's what kind of brought them peace, to where they didn't think about their situation and how they lived, because music made them happy. So she was one of all of her, out of all of her siblings that could really, really sing. And she auditioned for him. And then he immediately fell in love with this girl at 12. And her family said, hey, you gave us all this money. We're poor. We're going to live this good life now. Go ahead and take her and do what you must. And that's exactly what he did. So she had 2 sons from him, and they moved to the States, and he continued to shape her career. And again, she is a huge star, but I don't agree with how they came to know each other and how he, got her at 12 years old and groomed her. She was definitely groomed. So what do y'all think about that? You can put in the chat what y'all think. Yeah, it's giving Epstein vibes. I see y'all put it in there. It's definitely giving Epstein vibes. Hell yeah. And I love me some Celine Dion. She is a great artist. She can sing down, but it's very fucked up how he got her at 12 years old and had her doing adult things. And and she's talking about it like it's just nothing. That is not normal, dear. That is not normal to say, yes, he met me at 38 years old and I was 12 when we first met and I was in love. Like, that is not okay. I would not say that shit again. Pretty much take that comment down, because that shit is not okay. Now, I get it back in the days, younger girls, because it's kind of like Priscilla Presley and Elvis Presley. Priscilla Presley and Elvis Presley. She talked about how she was like 11, 12 years old. He was a grown-ass man, and her family was okay with her running off and spending nights at his house because he was taking care of them and giving them money. So it's kind of like, if your money is right, you can have my child. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand it. But again, y'all know back in the day, grandpa, was older and grandma might have been younger, and they saw it back then as okay because, back then girls were taught how to cook and all those things at a young age. And sometimes, they were allowed to go run off and be married and have children at very young age. But this is not okay. I don't care how you look at it. I don't even think back in the day was okay. And I get it. That's how grandparents and shit did it. But I just don't agree with that. And prayers up for her mentality, because obviously she thinks that this shit is okay. She's defending him and defending the fact that he got her at a tender age at 12 years old. And and ain't nobody gonna tell me no different. He was sleeping with her at 12. I don't give a fuck. She's trying to say that he didn't go there and was patient and waited until she became 15 is still underage. I don't know if she knows that. 15 is still statutory. Let's be honest. 15 is still statutory if he's 38. Okay, period. That is still statutory. So 15 to 18, even if it was 16, that's still statutory. 17 is statutory. 18, I'm still gonna say statutory because you're 38, bitch. Like you too old for her. But yeah, what y'all think? Put it in the chat. That's all we have for this video. I will be back with you guys a little later on. I have some things I have to do, shopping and other things like that today. So you guys please keep your notifications on, and I will be back to grace you guys with my presence on YouTube again with more news that I know you guys can use. Okay, yeah, that's a bunch of pedo-ish bullshit. And I was very shocked and appalled that Celine Dion would make a statement like that in terms of saying that shit was okay, that this man got her at 12 and he gave her family this huge amount of money, like millions of dollars. Her family got millions of dollars. So they were able to live a different lifestyle, and they made that shit okay for her to go and be with him at that young age. And I just don't agree with that shit. So ain't no telling what he had her doing at 12. That is gross. But thank y'all for joining us. Sound off in the comments on all the topics that we talked about. Okay, and I'll respond accordingly. Okay, thank y'all for being here. All the Caramelians, y'all know I love y'all down. Thank you to my top flight mods, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Thank y'all for modding. Also to all the content creators who usually stop by here, Schoolboy, Queen Speaks TV, Shay Renee, thanks for being here, Simple Mom Family TV, Dee, Miss Dee rather, JCD Creations, and Shay P if you're here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.